Hello everybody, it's Bacon Donut here, back with another Sky Factory tutorial. Yes! Sky Factory is a little mod pack that I put together, and if you want to learn more about it and how to get it, go back and watch episode 1 of this series. We got a playlist and the whole 9 yards for you to do that with. And yeah, so right now we're in the midst of learning about Dartcraft, and today is a very special one. Now is the time when we learn how to get flight. We are going to finally be able to fly in Sky Factory, which is just going to change everything. So let's take a look at our infuser over here. We're now at tier 5, and there are 4 things here. 2 of these are potions. One of these is a gas tier, and this one is what's called a Rock's Feather. So here's the feather, R-O-C apostrophe S, Rock's Feather. And of course, gas tiers, and it's potion of invisibility and potion of night vision. Now, gas tiers and potion making stuff, that's the nether. Yeah, that's the nether. So, yeah, okay. So it's clearly time for us to head over there. Now, there's actually ways through the Ex Nihilo mod of getting nether stuff without going to the nether. But what fun is that? I say you take on the challenge. Just do it. There's a method with barrels and stuff where you can actually spawn blazes, and I don't know. It's complex and a bit weird. I don't feel like teaching it to you. If you want to Google about the Ex Nihilo mod, read up on the page and teach it and how to do that, fine. But we're going to go to the nether. So I have made a little nether portal over here on, you know, part way between our main area and the mob farm. Doesn't matter where you make the thing. And let's head over here. And the first thing you're likely going to notice is that it's empty. Yeah, the nether in Sky Factory is just as void as it is at your base. Now, you'll see these things floating around. These are clouds that come from Natura. So sulfur cloud, and this is a ash cloud. You're going to see those. And, of course, there's these vines here. Oh, what are these called? Thorn vines, and they actually hurt you. If you're in survival and you touch them, they'll hurt, but you can break them out of your way. Not a big deal. And so, although this place is completely empty, it's still useful because the nether fortresses actually still spawn. Now, how hard it is to find one totally depends on your seed. I got pretty lucky in this world that I have here, and there is one not very far. Boom, right there. There it is. So this, I found this pretty darn close to where my initial portal is. A little pro tip: Minecraft spawns nether fortresses. If you're looking at an overhead map, they kind of spawn in vertical strips. So you're more likely to find one by going diagonally, and then once you find one, you can go north south to find more of them. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that just like the overworld, the game wants to spawn all these monsters, and it doesn't have anywhere else to spawn them because this is a big open void, right? But then you come upon the fortress, and there are way more monsters here than there normally is in a fortress. Look at this. These imps here are passive. You don't have to worry about them. They won't hurt you. These things, I'm not using a texture pack right now. This is just how these look. Little smiley face creeper things. They're called nitro creepers. They pack the punch of a supercharged creepers. You do not want to mess with those. And of course, there's wither skeletons and blazes as well. And yeah, so if you find one of these fortresses, kill up some blazes, get some blaze rods, that'll allow you to make the brewing potions and hunt through the fortress until you find the room like this that has the nether wart. There you go. And then that's the basis for potion brewing. And of course, as I mentioned before, you need a gas tier. And ghasts only spawn off of blocks. So they're going to spawn, you know, as you approach this fortress and stuff, because there are blocks here, and it needs a 5-block tall area, blah, blah, blah. There's several rules and conditions, but you're most likely not going to get them spawning at your portal unless your portal is in a fortress. And you might start to run into them as you bridge over here, because of course you're not going to be able to fly quite yet, most likely, unless you do magic crops first. Hint, hint. That's a different video, though. And you'll probably be bridging to try to find this. Another option. Let's head back over to our portal. And you may be saying to yourself, Bacon, I've got all these tier things out of the spoil bag. Can I just use those? No. The tiers from Dartcraft are not the same. You cannot use the Dartcraft tier to complete the tier part of the infuser. It has to be an actual ghast tier. And there are some ways of converting them, but you have to have one first. Okay, so another alternative, well, an alternative to going out and finding a fortress. You spawn here, you're in the void. What you could do instead is build a little spawn type platform. Get your favorite block and build an area. Let me here just grab some blocks. Cobble is, you know, of course, one of the most common things. Wand, just to speed this up. Okay. So they just need somewhere to spawn, right? So if you come out here, what's our, let's see, we're at, that's -17. So let's go out to like 45-ish. Good enough. And make this wider. So we're just basically making a big platform, right? And the same rules and spawning conditions apply here as do in the overworld. Look, there's monsters now. So if you make a big spawning platform like this, you're gonna get mobs. You're gonna get these hell bats, which explode on you. Fire bats, excuse me. And of course, magma cubes, all this sort of stuff. You will not get fortress monsters. You won't get wither skeletons or blazes unless you're doing this right where a fortress is. But you can also get ghasts. So if you build a platform like this that's long enough and you wait long enough, you can get ghasts that way. And yeah, and thanks to Thaumcraft, we can also get wisps. And those are full of nope as well. So this is an alternative. You don't necessarily have to find a fortress. You can do this way, but it might take a while, and it's completely random about whether or not they end up spawning. You might want to get yourself some good protection and kill the pigmen, because as you know, they have group aggro, right? So if you get a cobblestone wall, imagine, if you will, a scenario where you have protection against them, like so, and like that. All right, well, they can't hit me now, right? So here, let me pop into survival and smack one of these guys. Hey, you. Let's see, I don't have a bow. I need a bow. Oh, here, come here, come here. Ugh, there. Haha, see that? Ow! That was the wisp. Oh, wait, how did he get? Darn it! Ah! Okay, you get the point. Lol, you get the point. It is possible to construct a little area where you can kill them without them being able to hit you too much, and you can actually use that as completing a challenge of a pigman-based gold farm, but we'll make a whole video out of that. So it's your choice, really. Learn more about Ex Nihilo and do it that way, or go adventuring, find a fortress, or just build a platform like that and try to get it gassed. So either way, you're going to need potion brewing stuff, and you're going to need an actual gas tier. And once you get those things, you will be ready to make this stuff. So let's look at the rock feather. R-O-C. Rock's feather. Feather dust, glowstone, and a feather. So of course the feather, it should be easy. You should have chickens in your animal farm by now, and I showed you the force shears. You can shear the chickens and easily get feathers. You can also get eggs from sifting dirt, I think. Is it dirt? I don't know. I could look it up. But anyway, you can sift and get eggs as well to get chickens. So feathers should not be a problem. And if you have this furnace that we learned about recently with the grinding core, you can put feathers in here and it will grind them up and spit out into the chest the feather dust that you need for this right here. That's how you get the feather dust. I think you can also get it by killing a chicken with a sword that has grinding on it, I think, but I recommend the furnace. It's useful for a bunch of stuff. You can also put ores right in there and get powders out of them as well. Okay, so that roc's feather is the piece that gives you flight. So all you need is a new set of armor. So let's force. Where's the armor? There it is. Okay, one each of these, and you'll be able to do the actual infusionating. So what you want for armor, you want a feather for each one of each. So we're going to get 4 of each of these things, right? So sugar, very nice on armor. We're going to put that there, and we're going to do the golden power source like that. And what's the 4th one? I believe claw. I think that goes on. It's been a while. Let me make sure. Yes. Okay. That'll increase the damage when you punch. You can punch with your fist, and using the claw, it's actually gonna make it like a proper weapon. And in each of these ones, you're only gonna get a benefit from doing one. Like putting multiple heat or multiple sugar is not going to do any good. One per armor piece is it. And again, if I wasn't in creative, then this operation would take longer. So I'm gonna just click all these in here like so. Boom. And now let's pop into survival and put on the armor. And so we, look at that. Look at how high we can jump. This is survival now. We are actually in survival. We're running super fast and we can jump majorly high. Awesome stuff. Now look up there, that little bar up there. That's the force meter. You think of it like mana, kind of like if these were magic and that was the mana that it uses. It consumes that as you use stuff, the abilities of the armor. And you probably, if you have an automated mob farm like this guy, you'll have found, wait, choo-choos are coming at me, maybe, okay. These large magic jars. Ow, choo-choo, please. Do not have time for your crap right now. Those actually will restore some of that magic bar. So you can grab those out of the mob farm and toss them down. It's interesting. It's kind of a bug in the mod actually, because you're not supposed to be able to collect them and hold them in your inventory. They're just supposed to drop off of monsters, but the vacuum hopper somehow glitches it and turns it into an item. So if you want to use these to restore some of your force, then what you're gonna have to do is throw it onto the ground and then pick it up like that. And that'll refill some of that force. Okay, so let's get to the flying. In order to fly, you shift, right click, and jump. It's a little wonky. Like when you do it a bunch, it gets to be natural, but you're gonna need some practice. So practice in a safe place, because it's shift, right click, and jump all at the same time to get it going. Yeah, trust me, it takes 3 fingers, a little bit of coordination. It doesn't come naturally at first. So practice it, try it out, try not to die. And as you can see up there, that bar is going down. As I continue to fly, the it's running out. And when it completely runs out, boom, you fall like that. Yeah, so it's important to pay attention. If you run out of that over the void, you're just gonna die. You're gonna fall all the way into the void to your death. GG no re. But there it is. That's flight. And now that we've done that, we have actually completed a challenge. The first one in days. Flying. Yes. Oh, that feels good. So that brings us to the last couple one in here. Right here. The gas tier and the potions. So, you know, I shouldn't need to teach you how to brew potions. That's a vanilla Minecraft thing. Google it if you don't know. But the point is, you need one gas tier, one potion of invisibility, and one night vision potion. And having been to the nether, you should have everything you need to get that done. Now, what do you actually put these on? This is a new thing that we haven't infused yet. We're going to actually infuse our force rods. Now, do I have one of these sitting around? Probably not. I'll just grab a new one. Force rod. We've seen the rod before, of course, because like right from the very beginning, you need it to get started with the mod. But you can actually change these rods into different types of rods. So first, let me show you which one do we want to do first? Yeah, I guess the gas tier. Because that's going to be the most useful in the nether. That is a rod of restoration. Basically what that does, it heals you. So if you do not want to go to the nether without one of these, and if I happen to come face to face with a deadly choo-choo, ow, it's hurting me. Quit hurting me. Quit hurting me. Yeah. Wow, this new armor is pretty strong. These choo-choos wrecked me before. Now they're having trouble. Okay, so I'm starting to get low on life. All I'm going to do, I'm going to right click on the force rod. See that? Health going up. Boom, just like that. And of course, now that we've enchanted this armor with the claw, I do major damage to these things. My best weapon is just to punch things. And you can actually make the thing even better if you put more than one gas tier on it. You can actually get a higher tier here. Let me illustrate. Might as well show you, right? Gas tier. Let's get a few of these and put a rod. Boom, boom. Now you see when we got to 3, the go button disappeared. That means that's too many. It won't let you do it. But you can do 2, and if you infuse it that way, it says Rod of Restoration Mark II, MK2. That means it's more, it restores more life in the use. So again, just like every force tool, these things have an internal supply of force, and I have yet to figure out what is the button to open up the thing. Here, let's see if we can find it listed. Dartcraft V. There it is. Okay, it's V as in Victoria. It used to be F. That's obnoxious. Okay, if you hold one of these in your hand, press the letter V, boom, you get an internal supply of force, right? Well, if we come in here, put the finished product in and hit go, it fills it up, and you can see force 10,000 there, right? If you put it in your hand, hit V again, you can see it's filled with liquid force. And what you can do is go and get a supply of these force gems, or I think the shards work as well. And you can actually put those right here. So as you use it, it will start using the gems and give you even more time before it runs out. Keep in mind also that these rods do use your force bar, the bar up there. It's consuming that fuel as I use it, and if you run out, that's your force mana whatever for everything. So if you're using the rod and you run out and you're flying, you'll stop flying because you run out. See what I mean? So you have to be careful and manage that as a resource that is limited. Oh, yeah, also with the flight, we have a double jump. We no longer take fall damage, and we have a double jump. which does take a little bit of force, but not a ton. And if you hold down the jump button, you will fall slowly, which is pretty cool. And if we were in a standard world, you can actually skate across the top of water too with this armor. It's pretty fun stuff. Okay, so that completed the Rod of Restoration, the Rock's Feather, and that just leaves those last two. So let me hit back into Creative, get another rod, and what we're gonna do is those last couple of potions, which I had in here. Oh, they're in my inventory now. There we go. Okay, so we have a Force Rod here. We're gonna put Night Vision right there. Boom, a Rod of Vision, another Force Rod, and the Potion of Invisibility. Boom, Rod of Invisibility. Pretty self-explanatory. If you have these rods, right-click the Night Vision one. Boom, you have, just like using a potion, you have some time of Night Vision. If you hit it several times, then it'll stack up and give it to you for longer. And of course, the Invisibility Rod can actually give you the invisibility effect for a little bit, which can be helpful when in the deep dark running from monsters and that sort of thing. And if you've done all of that, you now have the ability to fly. You've got the Rod of Restoration. You've got Invisibility Rod and Night Vision Rod, and you have completed this entire tier of Dartcraft and can fly. Yes! Thank you so much for watching this video. Next time, we're going to finish this upgrade stuff. We're at the last leg. This little thing and this one, this right here, is my favorite rod of all time. It's amazing. We're gonna teach you all about that next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this and got anything out of it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/bacon_donut, and follow me on Twitter, and I will check you guys next time. Bye! Thank you for watching. Bye!